Hey y'all, and welcome to the Looking Glass Tarot and to card or cards of the day. I do hope this finds you well. And as always, this reading is timeless and you will see it when and if you are meant to. And it is a general reading for the collective. So let's get into our reading today and see what we have. The Seven of Swords. So this may be a time for moving on, taking what we can from a situation and moving forward. The Seven of Swords is, as you see, he's got some swords in his hand and some he can't pick up because he don't have room for them or he can't carry them. So this could be a time where you're having to just cut your losses. It could be where you're like you were with someone and you were friends and you hung out together and you had these big plans to work together, and then your paths changed and you started going different paths. So you may be on a different journey than someone else is going. And it may be because you thought you were on the same path together, and now you're seeing things that are changing, or you're seeing things that are not quite what you agree with. So you're now like being on a separate journey than they are. So it's like I feel like it's like cutting your losses. You're having to cut your losses. And you may be carrying too much, like you have some swords that you're carrying and some you've had to leave. Maybe you're carrying too much and you're going to have to let some of that burden go, so that you can move forward on your journey. It's holding you back, is keeping you from moving forward. The Seven of Swords can also be somebody deceived you. Somebody took something from you. They stole something from you. It doesn't necessarily have to be an item or earthly thing. It can be, they stole your heart and they broke it, or they stole just something that was precious to you. So the Seven of Swords can mean quite a few things. I do kind of feel like you're carrying more than you can hold, though. I feel like it's time for you to let something go, let some things go, which means also may mean you may have to let someone go along with that, because it's holding you back, and keeping you from moving forward into a peaceful journey. But this definitely could be somebody that has stolen from you, and it could be someone that has stolen your time. They've stolen and taken years from you, and taken your sense of peace and comfort away, and you're having to start over. So let's see what the Seven of Swords is here. Let's see if we can narrow it down a little bit. It can mean theft, and it can also mean leaving in the middle of the night, like you're sneaking away before that person wakes up because you think it'll be easier that way. But let's see what the Seven of Swords says. Let's see while we're here with Seven of Swords. Clarify it for us. Ten of Pentacles. So Ten of Pentacles is abundance and happiness and having everything you want and wish for. So with the Seven of Swords being here, it's like they were keeping you from that. They were keeping you from the things that you wanted, which was abundance and happiness and fulfillment and joy. And they were just holding you back. They were keeping you from those things. Maybe they didn't want a family, and maybe you did, or you do. And so they were holding you back because you were in a relationship with someone that never did want a family, and you did. So it's kind of like you have to take what you've learned from it, your experience, and you just have to move forward, because you do want happiness, abundance, family, and this type of life. You want this. You want family and children and that kind of, not to be a cliche, but a house with a picket fence. That is what you want. Maybe this other person does not. So it's kind of time for you to cut your losses and leave, because you're not going to get that with someone that doesn't want it. And this could also mean that you're having to cut your losses and leave because of a family situation that was not good for you. Maybe you're in a family situation that is not good for you, and you're having to turn your back on it. Sometimes families can be toxic, and that's really sad, but it could be that. It could be someone in your family that is not good to you, and you're having to cut your losses. But I do feel like it's kind of like someone that wants a family and they want that kind of fulfillment, but somebody else doesn't. So let's get us one more card for the Ten of Pentacles and the Seven of Swords. The Lovers. So that's I do kind of feel that. I feel like that's something that that one wanted and one did not. One wanted happiness, fulfillment, children, the house, the picket fence, the growing old together kind of thing. And this other person didn't quite want that. So this could be someone you're having to move away from because they didn't want that. They didn't have the same goals and the same desires that you had, so you're having to move away from that. You're having to take what you can from the relationship. Maybe you still love that person, but if they're not following along, if they don't want a family like you want, and your ideas are kind of getting different, you're kind of outgrowing each other, then it's time to move away from that, because you don't see that with that person. Because the Lover's card is communication, happiness, joy, working together, working as a family unit eventually, the Lover's card. But this is communication and working together and teamwork. And you're not seeing that. It's not going the way you wanted it to. So let's get the unicorn. Let's see what the unicorn says. Hope. Stay positive. The worst is behind you. Look up to the light. So there is hope. There's hope. You're going on in your new journey. You're taking what you can, and you're working and moving away from what just wasn't going to work out for you. And that was a big step. But stay positive and keep moving toward the goals and the joys that you wanted and the abundance, because everybody deserves happiness, and everybody's happiness is different. For someone, it may not be the house with the picket fence and the children and jobs and coming home and soccer games and eventually all that kind of stuff. That may not be somebody's happiness. Somebody else's happiness may be just being married and not having children, or just dating and not getting married. So that not everybody's happiness, the Ten of Pentacles with the abundance and happiness and family, not everybody wants that. Everybody has a different type of happiness. But I feel like that is what you wanted, so that is why hope is here. To tell you that there's always hope for what you want. Just keep a positive attitude and energy. Approach it with positive attitude, energy, and manifest the good that you want. Don't concentrate on what wasn't and what you couldn't make happen. Concentrate on what's forward. Oh, this is a very good card. Personal choice. Close your eyes. What animal do you imagine? What strengths are they known for? What wisdom do they share? Embrace these qualities. So, your personal choice was not someone else's, right? So that's why you have moved forward to, because your personal choice was you wanted happiness and joy and the house with a picket fence and all of that. That was your personal choice. So you've moved forward. So just imagine what animal strength you would have moving forward. What spirit of an animal do you think you would be? What animal do you see yourself moving forward? Maybe your spirit animal has come to you in your sleep, or maybe you've seen a lot of a certain animal that may be your spirit animal. But this is saying it, what animal can you imagine would be you if if they were going through the same thing you're going to, and then share the wisdom with them. Think of what they would do, how they would approach things. But that's a very good card for this reading, because it was your personal choice on what you wanted and how you wanted your life to be, and it wasn't working out that way, so you chose to move a different direction. So you're seeking your own happiness, and that is great. So, like it says, close your eyes, and what animal do you imagine? And then learn from that animal. And like I said, maybe you have already seen this certain animal all the time, and maybe that is your spirit animal. That you should be thinking about how they approach life as they go along as an animal. But that is a beautiful card. So please keep looking forward with a positive attitude and energy, because you know what you want. It's obviously. It's obvious you know what you want, and so keep moving forward for that happiness. So thank you everyone for watching and subscribing. I do appreciate you, and commenting. Thank you to all my subscribers that have come aboard. And I do hope you have a blessed rest of the day, and love and light.